In recent years, the landscape of food allergy prevention has undergone a major shift. After the landmark LEAP trial showed that introducing peanuts early could help protect infants from developing peanut allergies, new guidelines were issued in 2015 and 2017 to encourage early peanut introduction. The 2015 guidelines focused on high-risk children, and the 2017 addendum guidelines included low, moderate, and high-risk children. Now, a new study led by Dr. David Hill and colleagues at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia has found that those changes are paying off.
An outstanding question after these guidelines was whether we are actually seeing meaningful changes in the prevalence of food allergy. And so that is why we did this study. We looked at food allergy prevalence patterns before and after these early introduction guidelines were published, and reassuringly, we did see declines in the rates of both peanut and just overall food allergy prevalence.
Analyzing data from more than 85,000 children across nearly 50 pediatric practices, the study revealed a 27% drop in peanut allergies following the 2015 guidelines, and a 43% decrease after the 2017 addendum. Overall, rates of any IgE-mediated food allergy also fell by more than a third. But while the data look promising, adoption has lagged behind the science. Previous surveys showed that fewer than 1 in 3 pediatricians and just 17% of caregivers fully follow the latest recommendations. To discuss what these findings mean for clinicians and how to bridge the gap between evidence and real-world practice, we spoke with trial investigator Gabryszewski, commentary author Ruchi Gupta, and an allergist at Nicholas Children's Hospital.
The data that really gives us hope is that we see lower incidence of peanut allergy in, the later group compared to the earlier group before the guidelines. So that's exciting. And it's hard to say if it's cause and effect because it was right when the guidelines were developed in 2017 or changed, but it's still positive. We just need to continue to follow it out.
The exciting part for us, especially as a pediatric allergist, is the hope was that early introduction would actually make a difference, right? Because we were seeing increasing rates. So this is really the first study that has shown in the US that there is some impact. And obviously it will be greater to have a bigger study, but this is giving us some optimism that the early introduction is actually making a difference and impacting the rates of not only peanut allergy, but food allergy in general.
Trends are, challenging to decipher. And so, things go up and down. And so that's why I think we need longer term, because what we do know is, guidelines take a good, 10 to 20 years sometimes to go from publication to actually getting into, the general public and having an impact. Real world data is so important to measure trends. So you just keep looking year after year and see what trends are for food allergies or for any conditions, which is great with the large databases like this one through the American Academy of Pediatrics.
With fewer children developing food allergies, the data offer hope, but also a call to action. Clinicians play a crucial role in bridging the gap between evidence and implementation, guiding caregivers through safe early introduction and long-term allergy prevention. As the field moves forward, continued collaboration between pediatricians, allergists, and families will be essential to sustain this progress and ensure every child benefits from these life-changing advances.
We're conducting a very large study right now where we have 1,800 infants, and it's a randomized controlled trial where we're actually looking to see if we introduce 8 common food allergens, if we can reduce all of those allergies in infants. So I think the next big question that gets asked, a couple of them that we're trying to answer and others around the country and world are trying to answer, is, okay, well, we talk about peanuts, but what about all the other foods that we say are the top 9, right? Peanuts, tree nuts, milk, egg, shellfish, finfish, soy, wheat, and sesame. So how do we what do we do with these?
If I have a patient that I'm seeing and let's say it's an older child, but now they're expecting a new baby, the discussion will always come up about, oh, how exciting, you're having a new baby. Have you heard about the new, the change in the guidelines? And I think that that's an opportunity that we can work together.
Our study provides encouraging news for many people, including families, pediatricians, allergists, and public health experts. And it suggests that introducing peanut and other foods in developmentally ready infants is likely taking a hold. And it supports a concrete, real-world strategy that can help us work together to prevent food allergy.
As a mom of three, three girls, two of whom have food allergy, and as a patient with food allergy, it's all about prevention. I'm a board certified pediatrician and a specialist in allergy immunology, board certified. And for me, having the ability to help prevent disease as opposed to having to respond or react to it is very big. So this is really the take-home message. If we have the opportunity to all work together to make an impact, I think that we can do that. And this study supports that.
In our study, we did not go into individual homes and determine what each family was doing. And we did not do any questionnaires to ask what pediatricians were recommending in practice. But we do know that over time, there has been increased knowledge about these early introduction guidelines. And so I think that's reflected in our study that we saw further decreases in peanut allergy prevalence after that second set of guidelines that came out. And certainly there is still room to improve and make these tools even more broadly accessible to all families and make sure that all pediatricians are on the same page about providing recommendations. So we have more work to do.
I hope clinicians walk away knowing that encouraging families to introduce any allergenic food products early is very important. I hope they understand that. I feel like in my 20 years studying this and having a daughter with food allergies, it is very clear to me now that I think we're medicalizing eating a little bit too much. Even the rule of waiting 3 to 5 days, we're trying to eliminate because it is why can't babies get more foods in their diet in that critical window, in that first year of life. So I hope clinicians start just demedicalizing and say, eat foods, and keep it in your diet, enjoy it with your baby. And we don't need to put a ton of rules around it. So if a lot of these allergenic foods are in your family's diet, start introducing them, yogurt, eggs, peanut products, cashew, and all the other tree nuts, whatever they're eating, but more in the form, of course, of butters. And then, wheat, soy, all of these sesame. Just get foods in your baby as early as you can and have fun with it and not think of it as like a treatment or something. Food is food. And I think we've gone away because of this epidemic we've seen in food allergies and this sharp increase in a generation. It's really scared us. And we need to get back to treating food as food, diversifying babies' diets, and hopefully we can turn this epidemic around.